A very good morning, students. Welcome to today's English class. Today we are going to continue the lesson A Tiger in the House, which we have learned in the previous class, students. In the previous class we have learned that our author Ruskin Bond is telling about his childhood days to us. He is telling that his grandfather was the lover of animal, and at first he brought a tiger cub. How they named tiger cub as Timothy, and how they fed him, and what were the diets of Timothy, and who were the companions, which were the other animals lived at that home, and how was Timothy with those animals, and how Timothy was friendly with the author. These all things we have learned in the last class, students. Now let us learn what were the changes came into Timothy in this class, students. Now at first let us read the lesson from 6th para. After that let us know the difficult words and the meanings. Okay. All of you open your textbook. Come from the 6th para, students. Timothy had clean habits and would scrub his face with his paws exactly like a cat. He slept at night in the cook's quarters and was always delighted at being let out by him in the morning. One of these days, declared grandmother in her prophetic manner, we are going to find Timothy sitting on Muhammad's bed, and no sign of the cook except his clothes and shoes. Of course, it never came to that, but when Timothy was about 6 months old, a change came over him. He grew steadily less friendly. When out for a walk with me, he would try to steal away to stalk a cat or someone's pet Pekingese. Sometimes at night we would hear frenzied cacklings from the poultry house, and in the morning there would be feathers laying all over the veranda. Timothy had to be chained up more often, and finally when he began to stalk Muhammad about the house with what looked like villainous intent, grandfather decided it was time to transfer him to a zoo. In the 9th para, the nearest zoo was at Lucknow, 200 miles away, reserving a first-class compartment for himself, and Timothy no one would share a compartment with him. Grandfather took him to Lucknow, where the zoo authorities were only too glad to receive as a gift a well-fed and fairly civilized tiger. About 6 months later, when my grandparents were visiting relatives in Lucknow, grandfather took the opportunity of calling at the zoo to see how Timothy was getting on. I was not there to accompany him, but I heard all about it when he returned to Dehra. Arriving at the zoo, grandfather made straight for the particular cage in which Timothy had been interned. The tiger was there, crouched in a corner, full grown and with a magnificent striped coat. The tiger approached the bars and allowed grandfather to put both hands around his head. Grandfather stroked the tiger's forehead and tickled his ears, and whenever he growled, smacked him across the mouth, which was his old way of keeping him quiet. This much we are learning in today's class. Okay. Timothy had clean habits and would scrub his face with his paws exactly like a cat. Timothy used to scrub his face. He was cleaning his face like cat, students. Like cat. night in the cook's quarters. He used to sleep in the cook Muhammad's quarters. In the morning, what happened, students? And was always delighted at being let out by him in the morning. In the morning, Timothy politely goes outside. Simply, he was not roaring, he was not becoming angry, tempting. He simply, politely going from that home, that room, when Muhammad told him to go out in the morning, students. Okay. And then in the next para, one of these days, declared grandmother in her prophetic manner. Our author's grandmother was told that in prophetic manner means manner of saying things in advance. Grandmother was too old and she has an experience in the life. So she is telling in a prophetic manner something. What she is telling? We are going to find Timothy sitting on Muhammad's bed and no sign of the cook except his clothes and shoes. Sometimes Timothy used to sit on Muhammad's bed. Excepting Muhammad's shoes and clothes, Muhammad was not there on his bed, on that room. At that time, what they were thinking, what she was thinking that Timothy had eaten Muhammad, like that way, simply, prophetically. She was thinking that because this animal was very dangerous, nowadays some changes came into this animal. So that's why our grandmother is telling that something will happen, something will happen bad. So like this way she is telling to the people of that home in prophetic manner, students. Okay. In the next para, of course it never came to that. Means it was not happened, but simply she was telling that be careful. But because the people of that home should be careful. Okay. But when Timothy was about 6 months old, a change came over him. I have told that to you, students. After 6 months, some changes came over to Timothy, the pet animal of grandfather. He grew steadily less friendly. At first, he used to mingle with all the people of that home. But nowadays, he was sitting alone. He was not mingling with any other people of that home, any other animals of that house. So, he was growing steadily, means alone, less friendly. He was not in friendly with all others. Okay. When out for a walk with me means here our author. When our author get him for a out walk, he would try to steal away to stalk a cat or someone's pet Pekingese. He would try to steal away means here he would like to run away, run to or move secretly or silently to the backwards to the others pet animals, to catch them, to hunt them, like that way. Okay, stalk means here we have learned this word, students. Follow quietly as if hunting, means he was running towards those animals, those cat or pet or Pekingese, to hunt them, like that way. This was the character of that Timothy when he was grown up, when he was 6 months old. Okay. Sometimes at night we would hear frenzied cacklings. Frenzied means disturbed sound. Sometimes at night the people of that home, they heard some frenzied cacklings, some disturbed sounds from the poultry house. One poultry house also was there at that grandfather's home. From that place, some cracklings, some frenzied crackling was coming just because of this Timothy. He was harming those cock or hen, and he used to eat those animals. He birds. He used to eat those birds. He hunt those birds. So that what happens here, and in the morning there would be feathers laying all over the veranda. In the morning, when came outside, when the people came to see the poultry house, there were some feathers of those hen or cocks laying all over the veranda. Then Timothy had to be chained up more often. From these all activities, the people of that home, they started to chain Timothy often and often, again and often means again and again. And finally, what happened, students? Finally, now it was very dangerous. What happened? He began to stalk Muhammad about the house with what looked like villainous intent. He started to look Muhammad now in an evil intent. Like he wanted to eat, he wanted to kill Muhammad. Like that way he started to see Muhammad. Okay. Grandfather decided it was time to transfer him to a zoo. Now grandfather understood that this animal, was a forest animal and a carnivorous animal. Those were the characteristics of this tiger. So now he decided to send him for a zoo. Understood, students? This is the good thing for them to save from this tiger. After that, he sent Timothy to the zoo. But that Timothy, the tiger, was a very lovable pet for grandfather. He loves that Timothy, so that simply he can't leave that pet. He was loving that. That's why he wanted to send that tiger in a good zoo. Who could take care of that Timothy carefully, nicely. So which kind of zoo he had selected? See, students, the nearest zoo was at Lucknow, 200 miles away from Dehradun. That was 200 miles away. That zoo was at Lucknow. Reserving a first-class compartment for himself and Timothy, no one would share a compartment with them. He reserved a compartment for Timothy. That compartment should be good and no other animal will be there to share that compartment. In that boat, only Timothy can live, because other animals can harm Timothy. So that grandfather thought like this. Okay. Then grandfather took him to Lucknow, where the zoo authorities were only too glad to receive as a gift a well-fed and fairly civilized tiger, students. See, students, here grandfather wanted to hand over Timothy to such kind of zoo authorities who wanted to get this tiger as a gift. Will take care of this animal lovingly. Understood, students? So authorities were only too glad. Glad means happy. Glad to receive as a gift. Anybody, if anybody want to give some gift for us, at that time we will become very glad. We will become very happy, no? Like that way, these other authorities of the zoo also should be very gladful to get Timothy, and they have to take care the tiger very carefully, because that was well-fed animal. That was well-fed because he was caring that animal very lovingly, and he was nicely cared that animal. So, and fairly civilized tiger, because that was lived with the human beings. That's why here our author is telling that this tiger was a civilized tiger. So, these authorities can get, they can be would be very happy to have such kind of tiger, and our grandfather also needed such kind of authorities. Then he accepted that, expected that zoo, and he left Timothy in that zoo, in the Lucknow's zoo, and came to home. Okay. About 6 months later, in the 10th period, they are telling us about 6 months later, after 6 months, when my grandparents were visiting relatives in Lucknow. Afterwards, when author's grandparents were visiting relatives in Lucknow, grandfather took the opportunity of calling at the zoo to see how Timothy was getting on. Now he left Timothy 6 months ago. He did not go there to see Timothy. Understood? He don't want to lose that opportunity to see Timothy, because he was going there. He was going to Lucknow to meet with his relatives. At that time, he wanted to meet with Timothy. He wanted to see how was he and how he was getting on. Understood? So he went there. I was not there to accompany him. So our author was not there to go with grandfather. But I heard all about it when he returned to Dehra. When he returned back to home, at that time grandfather told all the stories to our author so that he could say this or write these stories for us. This is an interesting story. See students, listen carefully what happens next. Okay. Arriving at the zoo. Arriving means when he reached at the zoo, grandfather made straight for the particular cage in which Timothy had been interned. Interned means prisoned. Had been interned means that is a verb, students. Having been put under restrictions. He has to follow or obey the people who are looking or who are look after the cub or the tiger. Who was carrying the tiger. He has to obey the people who were carrying the tiger. Understood? Interned means prisoned. Okay. He was put under restrictions. Understood, students? So our grandfather went straightly to that cage where Timothy was put it. Understood? He know that in which cage Timothy was living, so that simply he went to that cage where Timothy was interned. The tiger was there. One tiger was there in that cage, crouched in a corner. Crouched means bend his body closely to the ground, students. Full ground and with a magnificent stripped coat. Magnificent means attractive. Magnificent means attractive. He was full grown now. So he was looking very attractive. With a stripped coat means that was the skin of that tiger. That was looking so beautiful for our grandfather, because he loves that. He was loved that animal because it was the pet animal of our grandfather. He brought that animal from the forest. For so many days he has look after that animal. So that's why he has a sentiment towards that animal, students. Okay. Now the tiger approached the bars. When the grandfather went to meet with that tiger, the tiger saw grandfather, and afterwards it approached, means it came forward to the bars and allowed grandfather to put both hands around his neck, head. So now our grandfather was loving, showing love towards the tiger by touching the head of that tiger from his both hands, students. It is allowing grandfather. No, it was allowed grandfather to touch his head. Okay. Then grandfather stroked the tiger's forehead and tickled his ears, and whenever he growled, smacked him across the mouth. After that, he started to touch his forehead, like we all used to touch our pets forehead, no? Like that way. He also a pet animal for grandfather. So the grandfather was touching his forehead simply. Okay. Then tickled his ears, simply tickling his ears. And whenever he growled means making sound from throat. Whenever he was he was touching that tiger was making some sound from his throat, like our cat or our pet animal, dog and all will make some sound from the throat, no? You have heard, I think. So like those sounds were coming from the throat of this tiger. Okay. Smacked him across the mouth. Simply when he was growling, the grandfather used to smack him with some simply he was beating, simply not painfully, simply he was beating that tiger, which was his old way of keeping him quiet, to make him quiet, to make him quiet, keep him quietly. Grandfather used to do that when Timothy was there at his home. Okay, at their home. So like that way he was doing here, because he thought that was Timothy who was cared by him. Understood? That's why he was loving and he was touching that tiger, and he was thinking he was grown up. Now he was very happy in the cage. So that's why he was doing like this way. But the situation was not like this. Let us know that in the next part of this lesson, students.